freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?
Secret Service Sam, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me talking? Can you hear me talking? Can you hear me calling you? Welcome. It is Monday. I'm hoping you're not having a case of the Mondays. I am very happy today. I just found out I got my TikTok account back. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Appreciate that, Sam. I mean, it was traumatizing. People don't understand how much it means. I have 535 loyal Patriot followers that were just gone poof overnight. Now, if you're just tuning in, this is Samsons World. We are a show that features court comedy and culture that collides into a bomb that just let's not say that, but it is your feed, baby. It is whatever is happening in your world. That is what we are going to be talking about. It's done live by me, for you, back to me. Help me help you is what I'm trying to do, because there is no honest news left in this country. Let's face it, in the world almost. Journalism as we know it is gone. Everybody is bought off. People are talking about Van Jones. Van Jones is like, man, he got $100 million from Jeff Bezos, and he's talking a different tune now. He's made some pretty, nasty jokes about Gaza, stuff about that. And he got paid $100 million. That's the problem. People get paid off to shut up and start talking for whoever has the money to pay you to talk. So what you're seeing here is independent journalism. Here's something crazy. Here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. Yes, come on into the feed, guys. This is Samson's World. This is kind of crazy. Supreme Court will consider whether people who regularly do the wacky tobacco can legally own guns. Yikes. What about alcohol would be my first response to that. So you're telling me it's safer to drink your Jack Daniels with your buddy boys and is sitting around with all your AK toys. Oh yeah, man, I'm in the pickup truck. Throw that can, I'm gonna shoot it up. Hey, Billy, put it on your head, I promise. Oh, no, now Billy is dead. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Alcohol. When has anybody ever been high and been like, yo, man, let's go shoot some guns, bro? No. You go drinking with your boys. You got some tobacco, the little sins packs, whatever the heck they're called. I don't know. I'm digressulating. But what they're saying is the Supreme Court will consider whether people who regularly smoke marijuana can legally own guns. The latest firearm case to come before the court since it's 2022. I would think all those Second Amenders, the NRA, and all those folks be pretty livid about that, but I'm hearing crickets. The Supreme Court said on Monday that it will consider, this is crazy, the latest firearm case to come before the court since it's 2022. Yeah, decision expanding gun rights. That is crazy to me. I don't know. What do you guys think out there in Toyland? Let me bring in this interesting clip. Did anybody go to the No Kings rally? Those were taking up all of the feed. I mean, I saw a lot of people were there. I love seeing everybody out. Amanda Seals was saying it wasn't a protest. Let's be careful. It wasn't a protest. It was a rally. And I don't know. I think she's right. There was a rally in some senses, but I think in others, there was a protest for sure. I mean, it got key rate. I mean, not too crazy. I mean, that's what I love. They're trying to act like Portland is all just crazy pants. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? I really don't understand. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up this video. I mean, that's the funny part. Like, you're picking Portland, like, to go after. Like, everybody knows, dude, Portland is Portland. I mean, that's where like the people who have belly button piercings, lip piercings, tongue piercings, they DJ. I mean, I love Portland, but it's like, why are we going after Portland? That makes no sense at all. Let me see. I'm just pulling this up for you guys. Hold on one second. Oh, yeah, this guy. This is pretty crazy. This is crazy. It is Monday afternoon, guys. It is 2:30 PST. I hope you guys are having a great day out there in Earthland. This is pretty crazy. If you guys didn't know, I lost my TikTok over the weekend and I got it back. Oh my God, glory be to the Lord. For those that know me, it's a big deal. I mean, it's like everything you work so hard for. Now let's see if these are in here. Hang on, Patriots. I do appreciate your patience here. I didn't have time to load these clips prior to today. Usually I do that. Here's this dude. This is kind of crazy. Look at this guy.
Let's go, Ice! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless
I warn you, there's some foul language.
Ride your bike, you fucking fag!
Yay! And then somebody put this music in there. I can't use the music. The poor guy fell on his face. I mean, it's just ridiculous. That was like somebody took his glasses, I think, and he chased after him. That was kind of crazy. Let me see what else I got here. Patriots. Again, this is Samsons World. This is where court comedy and culture collide. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. My daughter was playing soccer this weekend, and she scored one of the winning goals. I mean, this little woman is amazing. I mean, she was the laziest thing when she was a baby. Like, just, we're like, oh my God, like, I don't think she's going to be able to play sports, because the thing is, what parents don't realize, you have to push your child into playing sports or else they'll never do it. A lot of parents are like, oh, you don't want to play anymore? Okay, just drop out then. Yeah. And then you know what happens? They get into drugs and alcohol and everything else. And then you got to deal with so much more money on rehab and like trying to keep your son straight, daughter straight. Keep them in sports, parents. That's what I always say. My daughter, she scored a winning goal. Then they put her in goalie, and then she freaking stopped some goals. I mean, she is just a queen. I'm so proud of her. She also is in a band, so that's cool. She plays drums, keyboards. I pushed my kid, said, Dad, I don't know if I want to do. I was like, you know what? Most parents are like, in Dead Poet Society, where it's like, I do not want you doing that play. Do you understand me? No, you're going to go to business school. I'm like, Dad, but I wouldn't be an actor. And the dad was right, dude. He should have gone to business school. Anyway, if you've seen Dead Poet Society, you know what ended up happening to that character. Very sad, but it's like, yeah, I'm not saying I don't want her to do the arts. I'm saying I want you to do the arts. And she's like, yeah, whatever, Dad. I mean, the way she bosses me around, it is as if she is a billionaire, right? And I am just her peasant slave, her little just peasant who's here. Yes, what can I do? Her little butler, just wait, what can I do for you, miss? She's like, the macaroni and cheese is cold. Get it out of here. It's insane. That's what she does. She'll say, Dad, what do you do? What do you do, Dad? She's like, nobody knows what you do around here, Dad. I'm like, oh, really? Juliet. And I take her over and I like flip on the light switch. I'm like, I turned that on, Juliet. I take her downstairs, turn on the gas. I'm like, Juliet, I turn that on. I pay that bill, honey. Your Wi-Fi that you sit on all day on God knows what you're watching, huh? Furbies and Labubu's. Turn that on. I say, Juliet, I turn on everything in this house. And then from the back, I hear my wife say, not everything. I'm like, oh my God. It's like everything that's willing to be turned on, honey, I turned on. Oh my MGs. I'm digressulating. Diddy filed a notice of appeal today. Do you still think Trump is pardoning? Yes, let's talk about that. Thank you very much. Here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Diddy, I think Trump is going to pardon him. Okay, let me pull this up real quick so I can be fresh. So fresh, exciting. Let's see here. Will appeal his conviction and prison sentence. When is this? Making sure we're up to date. Oh no, man. I don't want to pay the fee. Don't you hate when they won't let you read? I'm like, just let me read it, man. Diddy and appeal. Let's see. Thank you guys for tuning in again. This is Samson's World, where court comedy and culture collide. Yes, Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers have filed an appeal against his recent conviction and prison sentence for 2 counts of prostitution-related charges. The appeal was filed shortly after his sentencing and will challenge the jury's verdict, with attorneys arguing the judge acted unfairly. Grounds for appeal. His legal team plans to argue the judge acted as a 13th juror. Lord, these are accusations that are flying allegedly at Judge Subramanian. The judge acted as a 13th juror by allegedly considering conduct for which Combs was acquitted. Factuals, kind of ish, allegeds. The defense team believes the jury's acquittal on more serious charges like trafficking should have prevented the judge from considering evidence of coercion when handing down the sentence for the lesser counts. What they are seeking. The appeal seeks to overturn the conviction or secure a new trial. Second Circuit. Wow, this is QC's. I don't know. Look, guys, my prediction is Diddy will get out sooner rather than later. So if you owe Diddy money, I would get out of town right away. No, I'm joking. What do you guys think? Do you think, a lot of people think Diddy, if he gets out, he's going to go after, people who testified against him or whatnot. But I personally feel like he's going to go to 1 or 2 star island and just chillax and stay there, maybe get out of the country. I do believe, with everything I know, I do think he will do a sold out concert at Madison Square Gardens. There's no doubt in my mind that Diddy will do a concert. He will do speaking engagements. He will do free Diddy game. He will open it up like my man Champ, who started a magazine for prisoners because they didn't have access to Instagram and all the updated stuff. I think Diddy, I could see him implementing this free class throughout the country, maybe the world, of an empowerment for our incarcerated people. Because the facts are, a lot of people who are incarcerated are there unjustly, maybe, right? And then there's a lot of people who are there for awful things. But if we believe in redemption, why make these people worse? Let's try to do something. I know on some things we got to throw away the key, as they say, but I don't know. I'm digressulating. How soon though? Trent Out Loud said on the weekend, what's your prediction? I won't hold you to it. Thank you so much for not holding me to it. Yes, Trent Out Loud, a good friend of mine. He's got some inside connects, guys. He's getting it from somewhere. Trent is so good. I look at his stuff, so I'm like, he's always on this news, man. And he's in Montreal. But he was saying 48 hours. I believe now it's been 48 hours. I also have to be careful about this because I now know some of the family members, from this trial. And one thing I've seen is these are real people's lives. So I'm trying not to say, oh, and I did that. It's like, Diddy could be released in 48 hours. And I realized that's salacious. But I have to be careful about that because there's real people who actually are watching me and believe like, yo, Sam, is that true? Because are you serious? And I have to be careful about verifying it. But yes, Trent Out Loud has been on top of this. And he says Diddler is going to get out. Hey, Mahover, Law in the house. Thank you. No, he won't, she is saying. I don't know. I'm so tossed and turned by it. You know what I mean? Like a salad in prison. I just don't know which way this thing's going to go. I really don't, man. Diddy could get out. Charlucci even reposted Trent's post that Diddy will get a pardon. So I'm just not sure when. Well, okay. Yes. Again, perfect example. I am 50 gold. Thank you. George Santos was just pardoned. That guy is terrible. He was accused convicted of defrauding people out of campaign funds. And I saw him on a show this morning. He's like, I came straight from jail to do this interview, open and honest and totally transparent. Thank you so much to President Trump. I love you. Kisses. Okay, you didn't say that part. And he says, look, and they asked him, they say, you still owe people like $500,000. Are you going to give that back? He says, if the law requires me to give it back, then I will. But if it doesn't, I won't. I'm like, whoa. So Trump just pardoned this dude. So that is what I know. He pardoned George Santos. Trump says, a lot of people ask me for pardons. A lot of people. You've heard of a guy named Puff Daddy? Puff Daddy asked me for a pardon. He wanted one. I don't know. He didn't buy enough meme coins. If he just would have bought more meme coins, I would have pardoned him. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, love. I don't know what he's calling himself these days. I don't even. But if he buys it, seriously, if he buys them, if George Santos, see, I don't know, man. Maybe I can ask Trent Out Loud if he'll come on real quick. Let me see if I can call him, everybody. Hold on. Let me see if I can call Trent Out Loud. Hold the horn, as they said in my days. And here's one thing I want to bring up too. Our kids are suffering from social anxiety, obviously from the pandemic, other things. There's so much social media mainly. When we were kids, we used the phone, right? We were experts in talking and communicating because our only thing was this phone. We couldn't type out a message. Although I did once date a deaf woman, Josie Kurz, shout out, who we had a little typer thing, but you would put the phone on it, the TDY machine, whatever it's called. Anyway, I'm digressulating. But my point is these kids, because of texting, it's like, oh my God, Dad, she left me on send, or I know she read the message, or, on Instagram, like, oh my God, she hasn't responded back, or she blocked me, or she can see it's too much anxiety for these kids. We did not have to deal with that. We only had the phone. As a parent, it's like you could only communicate with your child once they got to where they were going. I'll call you when I get there, Dad. No, not anymore. Now it's like, call me in 2 minutes and then another 2 minutes. And the problem is kids they have no social skills. Anyway, I'm digressulating. He's definitely making Diddy wait. Rubio and JD Vance said bad things about Trump and he forgave them. Trump invited Diddy to his wedding. He'll definitely forgive him. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is a brilliant comment as well. And the reason I agree with you so much is because, look, Trump is led by compliments and money. Okay. If you want to get into his likings, oh, wow, this gold is beautiful, Mr. Trump. I've never seen it. Is this 24 karat? Oh, yes, it is. It's 24 karat. All of it's 24 karat. It is, thanks to the taxpayers. I mean, Kristi Noem just bought 2 private jets for like $170 million. What are we doing here, patriots? It's crazy. But Diddy should get off. I will say this for the first time, maybe the last time, free Diddy. I mean, at this point, they're letting George Santos out. He's going to make Diddy wait a little bit. But, dude, yeah. Rubio, Marco Rubio, JD Vance called him the mustache guy, right? He related him to that, and he's his vice president. Trump is the one thing about Trump. He is very forgiving. He is very forgiving as long as you give him some money. You know what I mean? Or you benefit him. He's not forgiving if you're one of his enemies, for sure. Mahover Law says we wrote on a piece of mail or a notebook. Yes, exactly. Remember, does anybody remember sending notes, love notes? It's just our kids do not have social skills anymore because I realize they're scared to pick up the phone. I'll be like, dude, call her, call him. And she's like, Dad, we don't do that. We don't just talk to somebody on the phone. When we're like, yo, what's up? Crank call somebody to say, hey, talk to people for hours on the phone. They have to get to know somebody before they can even talk to them on the phone. And that's why all the kids are dry. They don't have social skills. They're not going to the dances like we were because, you know, our parents are like, go outside, or our parents are like, come back inside. You know, when it gets what? When the lights go down, not the traffic lights, when the street lights go down, come inside. Where have you been? Outside. But now these kids are inside because the devices, they have everything. Everything they need is at their fingertips, so they don't feel the need to go outside. Mahover Law is saying she takes it back. It's really a toss-up. That's right. I think it is. You can't call it. I can't call it. Nobody can call this. It is crazy town. Come, my lady. Come, pretty lady. You're my butterfly. Sugar, baby. R.I.P. to the lead singer. This is crazy, guys. Let me see what else I have for you. In your world. Let me see what I have in your world. It's your word, I'm just living it. It's your word, I'm just spinning it. It's your word, it's your world. Do. All right, guys. If you're easily offended, turn away. I'm giving you the disclaimer now. This is the guy who took out bin Laden talking about inconsistencies in the tragic assassination of Charlie Kirk. Check this out.
Horrific video. He was obviously dead before he hit the ground, but the questions immediately started to come to me. That was not an entry wound that we saw. We saw an exit wound. So where'd that bullet come from? You don't bleed like, and I've shot guys closer than the camera was. And an entry wound doesn't look like that. An exit wound does. Why did his shirt move the way it did? When I've shot people, their shirts didn't move like that. And then the initial reaction was, well, he was obviously wearing body armor and it was deflection. One, no. He wasn't wearing body armor. And two, it doesn't deflect like that off of body armor. Why was his shirt moving from right to left? Why were people being interviewed saying, yeah, they came from my left to right, from his right to left, immediately shut down? And then did they tear the crime scene down immediately? Just right off the bat, from seeing it, knowing he was dead, saying a lot of this is bad, not even getting into the soliloquy of text messages that 22-year-olds don't send their trans lover.
If you were doing that with all your training, you were one of the most elite guys in special forces in American history. If you were dismantling this precise rifle, how long would it take you to do it?
A 30-06, well, it's going to take several minutes. I can't even remember I grew up, my first rifle was a 30-06 in Montana, and I can't remember the last time I took it apart. I could take the bolt out, clean that off, but in order to break it down, to the point where you can even walk with a limp, it's going to take a solid 5 minutes, I would guess, with different. I don't even think you use that type of a screwdriver that he had with his DNA conveniently all over it, because you know everything you touch has your DNA on it. It's just taking it apart, putting it together, taking a shot, cold bore, by the way, where your scope wasn't on there, taking it back apart, putting it in your pants, climbing down a fence, getting back into the woods, putting it together as you're on the run, wrapping it in a towel, then driving 200 miles away to type to my love the 300 lines of text. It's just none of it makes sense to me.
Scott Morgan, you're a forensics.
Yeah, I mean, guys, that's a little sidebar, but that one doesn't make sense at all. Also, getting back to Diddy, I just can't believe they're saying the judge acted as a 13th juror. What do you think that means? Mahover Law, what's your opinion on that? Saying he acted as the 13th juror and was making acting as a juror and making a decision himself and not respecting what the jury decided. I mean, there's been a lot of people. Brody the Joker joined. Pleasure to have you in here, the Joker man. There's a lot of people who have been saying like Judge Subramanian was kind of hating on Diddy the whole time. And I like to think, he wasn't. I like to believe he is a federal judge, that he holds himself to the Constitution and the promise he made to uphold that and to be fair and balanced. But no, they're saying Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers allege the judge acted as a 13th judge and they vow to appeal. The jury made it very clear in their verdict that they acquitted him on the S trafficking and the RICO counts, said lead attorney Tenny Garagos, which, by the way, she's Prager's. Shout out to Tenny. Love Tenny. Give her a little round of applause. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. That's right. She said not guilty means not guilty, bro. That's what Tenny said, and I agree with Tenny. Combs was sentenced to over 4 years in prison for his conviction on 2 prostitution-related offenses. He will get credit for the 12 months he's already served, as well as be fined $500,000, dog. $500,000 sounds steep. So deep, put her ass to sleep. What do you guys think? Hang on, Mahover Law is answering my question. I think to the extent that they are correct, however, the judge is allowed to take into consideration all conduct. Yep, he is. So I don't know what they expect to get by kind of insulting the judge. I mean, this is crazy. I might need to make a live TikTok, guys. Again, my TikTok is back, Mahover, if you didn't know that. Hold on. Patriots, this is Secret Service Sam. I am currently on my podcast, Samsons World, going live, but this is crazy. The Diddler. Huge update. He has just appealed his trial. He has appealed the sentencing. He has appealed his conviction. And he is stating, his lawyers are stating that, and you're not going to believe this one, the Judge Subramanian, acted as a 13th juror. Whoa, this is crazy. Okay. I mean, they're kind of right about it. I don't know. Tenny Garagos is just saying not guilty means not guilty, Judge Subramanian. You don't get to be the 13th jury and then add some feelings. There's some feelings here. I'm not sure what's going on. People are predicting that Diddler could get out as soon as this weekend. I had said it was around 48 hours. Trent out loud seems to know. Charlucci claims, and he's going, we're manifesting, because I have to say, if George Santos got a pardon, I think, I've pardoned a lot of people. I could pardon him. I could pardon Puff Daddy if I want. I mean, I think it's coming. I think Trump will pardon him, or because this appeal is going to take too long. Judge Subramanian, what do you think? This is crazy. Secret Service Sam out, Samson for president of TikTok. Sorry, guys. Patriots, this is Secret Service Sam. I am currently on my podcast, Samson's World, going live, but this is the judge ignored contradicting evidence with the coercion aspect. He completely ignored Cassie and Jane's testimony where they admitted to consenting. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you guys. I have notes from the sentencing which states the judge's reasoning. Yeah, I do too. I have those too. I needed to bring those on here to this here feed. What was I? Okay, I just had a little brain fart. Yes, thank you, Mahover Law. I got my TikTok account back today, guys. That was huge. Somehow, when I reported another account that was a fake one, they also just took mine down now, and I got it figured out. So thank you very much. Hold on, just trying to get my thoughts together here. Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like Diddy could walk. That's what I was gonna do. Let me try and hold on. Diddy could walk. Oh man, I don't need this. Diddy could walk, folks, on an appeal or pardon from DJT. Okay, these are the breaks, Patriots. It's just this is what could happen. Shout out to Charlucci. You have to manifest these things, guys. You have to manifest anything you want in life. This is a crazy show. I do need to be getting out of here. This has been awesome. I am going to try and call Trent out loud very quickly to see if I can get him to give us anything of where he's getting his inside info from, you know, because he's a genius and I would love to see what he has. Let me upload this post. We're posting while we're ghosting, man. This is crazy. So glad to have my following back. 535,000 people, 0.6, lost on Friday, back on Monday. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Hallelujah. Thank the Lord. Hallelujah. Thank the Lord. FYI, what? Celebrating? Okay. Here we go. Let me try and call Trent out loud, see if this will go, see if he'll answer. He might not. I'm calling him on the fly. We've got a ring. He's in Montreal. Not sure what the time difference is there. But then after this, I got to get my kids.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Trent out loud. I actually have you on my live podcast right now. So I just want to check if you
what
have...
up, Secret Service fam people?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Trent. You're the best. I don't mean to catch you off guard.
Yeah.
By the way, I did just get my TikTok account back. So that's another...
Now you're president of YouTube and TikTok. I love that.
Exactly. Thank you so much. So I just have one question because someone asked me, they are saying that, you know, you are really predicting that Diddy is going to walk potentially this weekend. Somebody put up in my Elias, I hope I'm saying her name right. How soon, though? Trent out loud said on the weekend. What's your prediction? I won't hold you to it. And we won't hold you to it either, but I just wanted to call you real quick and get your prediction.
Yeah, I'm actually recording right now, but you know I always pick up your call. So yeah, we broke that story on Friday. After we broke it, a couple of blogs picked it up, and then we found out that George Santos actually got commuted,
Right.
And it got his commutation, which means not a pardon means that you're forgiven all your crimes completely. A commutation means you're still guilty of your crimes. You just get to get out of jail.
Interesting.
So Trump, yeah. So what we said on Saturday, and I'll tell you for your listeners who haven't heard,
Thank you.
is that Trump is in negotiation or was in negotiation with George Santos, Sean Diddy Combs, and somebody else, a female, a high-profile female, which I don't even want to name. And y'all know how Trump is. He's very deal-oriented, and if you're not willing to give him what he wants, he's not going to give you what he wants. So from what we've heard, he decided to continue to have Diddy and his team negotiate because they weren't able to reach it. And he said, all right, I'll just show you that I don't need you. And he let George out. That's the information that we got. Can I answer you exactly when Donald Trump is going to pardon Diddy?
Of course
I can't answer that question. And Diddy can't answer that question. Nobody on his team can answer that question. The only person that knows is Trump. And we also said on our show on Sunday that now that negotiations have kind of heated back up, and now Trump and Diddy's team is not happy that George got it and he didn't get it, they are looking at another time because Trump always wants to do things around certain times. And he had said even before George got his commutation that he wants to do something big around No Kings to take attention away off of No Kings. So we're hearing that the next time something might happen might be Thanksgiving or Christmas. And the last thing I will say is that Diddy does not want his sentence commuted. He wants a pardon. He wants a full pardon. And that's, I think, one of the sticking points because Diddy is an ex-billionaire. He's still worth $500 million. he doesn't want to have to just get out of jail and have to deal with all of that of having a record.
Right.
He wants a full pardon, and that's where they're going back and forth.
Dude, Trent, this is so rich. You are brilliant, and I appreciate you so much sharing this with us. I mean, that is crazy. Wow. And also, I just wanted to tell you, you know, Dana T, who is Diddy's baby mama, shout out to her. She came to my show at the Hollywood Improv last Monday. D. Ray Davis's
Oh, really?
show. Yeah, she came. It was D. Ray Davis's show, and I was performing, and she came out. She's like, I've never been to a comedy show. I was like, what? That was like wild to me.
Wow.
But she was like, Sam, is it true? You know, because I saw you say, hey, 48 hours, and I'm like, okay, man, it's kind of being reported.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's just interesting because she's like I told you, she's asking us, like, so, Lord, but I trust you, so I'm excited to see what happens.
Definitely, you too. And tell Dana I said what's up if she's listening.
I will.
Dana, you can reach
will.
out. You know, she follows me on IG. I followed her back. She could DM me. I'm happy to give her the information. Never our sources, but definitely the information. But it is active. And Donald Xavier was on Lower Courts Live on Friday night, actually even confirming that they're actively speaking with Trump. So it's active. Nicole Westmoreland said it a couple of months ago too. They wouldn't say it if they weren't in heavy negotiations.
Facts.
It's really up to Diddy. It's up to Diddy what he wants to give up. What does he want to give up? If you see the True Social post, Donald Trump said, George always voted Republican. If you want a pardon or commentation from Donald Trump, you got to be Republican. You got to be MAGA. You got to wear the hat. You got to go. George went on Fox and Friends and, oh my gosh, Donald Trump is the greatest of all time. This is what Diddy and his team have to negotiate.
Yeah, because, and I'll let you go after, you know, but I would say that's what's kind of scary. Will Diddy decide to say, you know what? I'm going to wait it out, because then he is bought. Like you said, he has to go in the White House, wear it, represent the Black community as MAGA for election time, rally for MAGA, rally the Black. He will be expected to rally the Black community around MAGA. And that's a tall,
1,000%.
Yeah, that's a tall order.
And here is the thing that's why I heard that things started to heat back up is if you remember a couple of days ago, his sentencing guidelines came out where after his sentencing, he'll have 5 years of searching anytime they want to. He cannot be in touch with this person. He has to do this or that.
Right.
So we know that he'll be in jail for 4 months. Was it 4 years and 2 months? Okay, he'll get out in maybe 2.5 years. But then he has 5 years of supervised probation. So that brings everything down to when Diddy's around 63 or 64, that he will not have any sort of communication with the federal government.
Right.
So somebody like Diddy, you're telling him that even after he gets out of jail, even though his time is served, he has to get subject to search anytime he wants to.
Right.
Sean Diddy Combs, are you crazy?
No, he doesn't want that. He wants.
Why? Come on.
Yep, he wants the pardon. You're right.
Of course, he doesn't want a commentation. He doesn't want to deal with a probation. So anybody who's thinking that, oh, why would he do it? Oh, he only has to spend 2 years. It's not 2 years. It's actually 7 years, because probation is sometimes even more difficult than being inside. I know somebody that's on probation right now.
Okay.
And he's like, shit, you know what? I'd rather actually just be inside, because I have to stay in my house. I have to be home at 9 o'clock. And you have the temptation out there. All his friends, all his brothers, all his whatever, they're going out, and he has to.
Right.
He has to
Yeah.
go
Come
out
on, man. You can skip it. Yeah. You'll be fine. Yeah. Exactly. That peer pressure.
Exactly. And imagine Diddy on probation. Like,
oh, hell no.
He's gonna break probation.
Right. Yeah. Freak off in the cribs until, I'm off,
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much.
So there's a
Trent.
lot that goes on behind the scenes, man. No problem, buddy. I'm here anytime. Call me anytime.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Well, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bro. Take care.
All right, appreciate you. Guys, that was Trent Out Loud. You can find him at Trent Out Loud on Instagram and everywhere. He is amazing. He's just like, you heard him. He's like a almanac for this stuff, and he's on it. And he's really, he's gifted with it. He's got the gift of it, man. And I appreciate him coming on and dropping those jewels. Shout out to Dana T for coming out to my show. Shout out to D. Ray Davis, the Hollywood Improv, for booking me. Please book me more. Also, I will be in Naples, Florida for my seminar, LOL with your loved ones. If you guys didn't know, I am teaching a LOL with your loved ones. It's a course to teach older people how to use your phones, how to do social media, how to communicate with your loved ones, the younger loved ones, your granddaughters, your daughters, and whatnot. How to hook up your bank account to your phone so you don't have to go to the bank and deposit the check every time. That's what I will be teaching. It's going to be amazing. How to hook up your Bluetooth speaker, simple things like that. How to copy and paste a picture or a video in Instagram so you can send it to your niece. Anyway, I'm digressulating. I love you guys. I got to go pick up my kids. This has been a great show. Thank you to Trent Out Loud. Ooh, that was a great ending you gave us. Thank you to TikTok for giving me my page back. Thank you to all my loyal Patriot followers. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of YouTube.
Can you freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?